Well, welcome to tongue-in-cheek Wednesdays with Wallis, which hasn't been Wednesdays. It's been mostly Thursday or Friday, and this week it'll be Friday. But hey, I'm here with my cards and with a few shout-outs. But welcome, my darlings, welcome. And to all of you new people, intrepid travellers, in the spiritual realm. Oh, it's heavy going times, isn't it, darlings? It's heavy going. But welcome to you all, and thank you so much. But there's a few shout outs I want to do this week before I do the reading, before I tell you what the title of this week's video is. Okay, Robin Smith, you're moving and you were concerned about finding a place. Did you find a place? Have you found a place, darling? I've been thinking about you, and this whole thing around you hadn't found a place. Okay, so how's that going? Tell Wallis how that's going. I really want to hear about that. Shout out to Tim and Alfie. Thank you so much, darlings. And I do. Oh, look, I'm going to make some comments on your videos. You're doing such a great job, aren't you, darling? You've got all these, hits, thousands of people watching you and Alfie. And why not? You're fabulous. And so is Mr. Gorgeous, Alfie. And I've got one little darling down here. Can you see her? Down on here. My little older girl. Well, she's not old. She's about 4. This month she was 4. And she's down there and she's watching the other baby out in the yard running in and out playing the whinger. She's whinged all day. I've been trying to get this video, but little Whingy Guts has gone on all day. Whinge. Now, talking about little earth angels, and I love Alfie. I love animals. I love them. And Mr. Alfie, I love him. And so a lady asked me what these little girls are, said were they Yorkies or something else she asked me about. And but no, darlings, they're Australian silky terriers, little long-haired, mind of their own earth angels that came here to certainly get me moving and keep me on the go, as the new little one does. Well, she's 6 months old now, and I think to myself, they get into a bit of a blue, which Australian means, they get into, well, I don't think it's fighting. They just get into being boisterous and, pardon me, totally full on around 5:30, 6 o'clock in the afternoon. They go crazy and they throw each other around. But they're little darlings. But the little one, the new one, she's, mind you, the fiery redhead, as I call her, down here on the floor, my little darling. She's a fiery little thing, but the little one, she gets her going. So Australian silkies, I want to answer that. And to all of the new people who were here and came via our beautiful man, Tim and Alfie. And thank you so much for joining me. Thank you so much for subscribing. And any of you who haven't subscribed, please hit the button and subscribe. Trying to build this, up a little bit more. Like to get it through to the 4,000 mark. It's nearly there. So one of these weeks we're going to get, a few more people across watching the channel. It's been hit and miss over this last few months since I started. It started off with loads and loads of people, and then I think it missed the mark somewhere along the line with all this SEO stuff and all the rest of it. I think it missed the mark, and but then you need to be around a long time to attract a lot of people, but I so appreciate your comments. So keep those coming. And this week we had quite a lot of comments, and I love them. Love all your comments, because I read them and I go back over them, and I try and mention as many as I can, so I don't bore you all to tears and hold you up, because you come along to hear what I've got to say on the latest topic, whatever that is. Shy Violet, thank you for joining in, my darling. Catherine Gray, and of course Mandy and Chrissy, thank you, darlings, and my beautiful Martin from the UK. Thank you, Martin, for being here for me and lifting me up. I certainly was a bit down last time, but I'm a little bit better this time, and I'm feeling I've still got all these, super challenges going on around me, but what the heck, it's a first world problem, as I keep telling people. And AJ Barrett, where are you? Back of beyond, 100 odd kilometres or whatever round trip, or miles. I wasn't sure now whether you said miles or kilometres. If it was kilometres, then you're probably in Australia. If it's miles, then you're probably in America. But I didn't cotton on to that. So where are you? And yes, it is a big round trip. And sometimes we do in life do things at the time when we can afford them. And sometimes those things work out really well, and other times we get down the line and go, why the hell did I do this? But having said that, life is the journey, isn't it? And we can change it. We actually absolutely can change things. We can change, what we do and how we do it. We can change those things. And we can. There's always a way, even when we feel like we've got our foot nailed to the floor and, where the hell are we going? And I found myself in that position quite a number of months ago, and I nearly drove us both mad. And oh look, it was a very interesting time to go through, because we just weren't sure where we were going and what we were doing, and I never shut up about it. So I drove my lovely wife crackers over it. And I thought, before I know where I am, this newlywed, she'll leave home. But anyway, she's still here, and I think she's just arrived home, and the children are there welcoming her. The Earth Angels are there welcoming her, and making a whole lot of noise. There she is in the backyard. You'll see her out there with the girls. She's forgotten that the camera is on and we can all see her. But anyway, she's out there. That's the little girl absolutely loves her. And she's become sort of her little dog, loves her. She's trying to talk her into going onto her mat, but she's not going to do that. She's running around silly out there, going silly. But anyway, there she is out in the yard. She's just got home. Okay, so and I haven't, Linda's Musings, I haven't watched Naughty Nana in Canada yet. Haven't watched some of those people. I've been, as you can imagine, I've been, fairly flat out and fairly busy with, a whole lot of things. And I don't know, that seems to be getting more and more, because we will be moving lock, stock and smoking barrels, so to speak. We'll be moving on the 22nd of November. So not long to go. Looking forward to, we've been doing some things at the house, the other house, and there'll be quite a few things being done on there in early November. And so all the plans, the best laid plans. So let's hope they all work out. Okay, put the thing aside so I can do this reading for you. Now, the topic for today is, I'm going to do a reading. I've been getting a lot of stuff around Trump over this, and Trump, Donald, the Don. God, it's appropriate, isn't it? I've been getting a lot of stuff coming around him, a lot of nastiness. There's been this whole overwhelming feeling going on about, it's hotting up. All the nastiness is hotting up. I don't know what he's brewing up or what's going on there, but things around him, he's been becoming, as he melts down and his mental decline deepens and sets in. He's raging. It's a bit like a raging bull. He's raging against his mind. He's raging against what he. I've been getting all this rage, and yeah, I don't know how I got this far, but anyway, there's my little girl out there, my little earth angel. Um, but he's been, oh yeah, she's going to do a little pee-pee on the mat out there, me little darling. Um, but he's been raging, and he is raging. He's raging in his mind. He's raging inside, and yeah, not nice. So what I'm going to do is do a reading around him, and I'm going to do one around Kamala as well. That's fair. What's that to drop down? Okay, Page of Wands came out. We'll have a look at the energies of that in a few minutes. But I've been shuffling these, so I'm going to look at Trump in October, because that's getting all this, feeling all this, feeling all this bad stuff. Okay, all right, let me just do it. I'll show you which ones come out. Okay, all right. Yes, well, there's Kamala sitting there. Kamala. So what we've got here, I love it. Eight, yes, Eight of Pentacles, Ace of Swords, Seven of Wands, Queen of Pentacles, and of course we had the Page of Wands come out. Now I'm going to read off these and read the energies of them, because that's what it's about. Interesting that when I stuck them back down, the first one I put back down, not consciously but unconsciously put down, was the Queen of Pentacles. Now I'm going to read that as Kamala, Kamala Harris. This is her with this big opportunity for change that's sitting. Be interesting when I do the little reading around her, what comes out and whether that comes out again. But what we've got here, and I think another time, somehow I recall in another reading, she came out with Pentacles. This is an economic thing. This is, this whole economic platform that she's, that she's this opportunity economy, this economic platform. But we'll look at that when we do her reading. The other cards, I'm going to pick this one up. This is the Seven of Wands. To me, I'm going to read it with an energy. I'm going to read it as the energies of what I was talking about, that this is all about missed opportunity. El Trumpo is missing all the opportunities, and he has missed them. Too late, she cried. He's missed all the opportunities for change and for doing things, and now he's he's fighting against missed opportunities. He doesn't know how to take advantage of it, I get it, but he's fighting against missed opportunities. He's fighting against the opportunity that he had for change, the opportunity that he had. But this is about thinking, and his thinking is, as we've said before, and I'm only parroting what a lot of other people are saying, that there is some mental decline around all of that. He's struggling with his own financials, big time. He's struggling with his own financials. And he's struggling with will he or won't he. I know he said he won't sell the shares in that Truth Social thing, but quite frankly, he's such a grifter, and he's always on about raising money and bleeding everybody else dry. He won't. It doesn't matter what he says. He'll tank it. He'll tank that Truth Social because he won't be able to help himself. He'll want whatever he can grab out of it, even if they're only $10 a share. He's got a lot of them. It still represents a lot of money, but he'll tank it by selling off all his shares, and everybody else can whistle Dixie. And they will. They will. Okay, this one here is the Page of Wands. And he wishes that he was, young again. He wishes he could go back to 2015. He wishes that it could all be the way it was, a bit like the way we were. He wishes all that was, possible, but it isn't, of course. It's not going to be. It's never going to be. And I'm going to just pop out a couple of cards over top of this. Woohoo! Okay, yes, absolutely. Okay, yes, he's... well, this is interesting. What came out, very quickly came out to me, was that I think they'll have to watch him, that he might take off, he might do a runner. I'm sticking my neck out there saying that, but I think they'll have to be very careful, those people who, want to bring him to trials and want to bring him to things. Nobody took his passport off him. Nobody did any of that. Pardon me. I think they have to be careful that he won't do a runner. There are a couple of wonderful opportunities around his exiting, getting out, going on, moving on. The Death card sits here, which is a very, very interesting card. And this is his own, not physical death, but the death of his, the demise. I'll call it demise. I won't say death. It's the demise of who he thinks he is, what he's about, and it's very, very interesting because he's going to drag a whole lot of other people down with him, including all those MAGA supporters who don't see it. They just don't. And I don't, there's no blame here from me because, people get caught up in things. I've seen it in my own life where people get caught up in things and they just don't see it. They don't see what they get caught up in. They don't see, the cult factor in it. They don't see the cult type following. And I don't have to label it a cult, but a cult type following where people just, they want to believe it. They want to believe it so badly that, they're not looking further afield. They're not looking for, what else is there, and is that the truth, and are they on the right track? There is magic in the marketplace. There is some really uplifting things that are possible for America, and I think that that will come to pass, but it won't come to pass until something goes, until he gets out, until he moves on, and until he's gone, because nobody, it doesn't matter whether it's in your personal environment or whether it's in a political environment, a country, or whatever it is, people, no one can continue to live under a cloud of doom and gloom ongoing. It can't be a forever thing. It's gone on for a lot of years in the United States, and living under this cloud of America going down the gurgler, and the economy's dreadful and everything's terrible and nobody else can fix it but me, says the Don, which is just simply not true. He can't fix jack shit. And pardon me, I'll probably throw me off for swearing. But he can't fix it, and the people of America can fix it. So let's hope they all come out in droves and vote, to turn the page and to fix all this. I sure do hope that they do, and the rest of us are looking on, hoping to hell that everybody, comes to their senses, and that you get something else. And that's not talking perfection, by the way. None of us. I mean, I'm a realist. I'm not one of those people who go, oh, yes, Kamala Harris is, she's going to save the world and she's perfect. No, she's not. She's a human being and she's imperfect and she doesn't have it all together. But she has a good amount of stuff behind her. She has some good experience. She has empathy, and she is the feminine energy, the goddess energy. And, as the Dalai Lama said, the feminine will change the world, and that includes all the men whose feminine energy is, behind all that, moving all that along as well. And we can see it. We need it. We need to see the Trumps and the Netanyahus and all these, and Putins and all these people. We need to see them, fading away into the distance. We need them to take with them their old ways. And I'm going to remind you that the big planet, the big movement that happened a while ago with Pluto and its 260 odd years movement coming out of Capricorn, it doesn't actually finish up. It's a bit like, it's over there in the cupboard raking up the rest of the bit of dust in the corner. So it dips back in November, which is interesting because that's an election time. It dips back in there, and we're sort of all feeling like, oh no, don't tell me we're going to, go on, keep on with all this rubbish. But it dips back in there, and then it ducks out again, and it seats itself. Shush, please. It seats itself over in Aquarius for the next 260 odd years, and this is the age of Aquarius, and time for change. Out with the old, in with the new, and that includes old ideas, old ways, old things, old, and it's okay if things are old, but most times we hang on to them, like, oh, we're hanging on, like grim death, or we're just hanging on. And no, time for change. And there's lots of things that are going to be changing. We're going to see great movement, a great change in this whole area of cooperation and all those sorts of things. Now, okay, so Trump's October is, as I've just pointed out to you, is not a goodie. He's going to boil over. It's boiling over now. And he's in his, nasty pasty days. He's being very, very nasty, and he's being very, he's more and more of that as he melts down. That's what I'm thinking, that we're going to see more of that nonsense as he melts down. Witching hour, they've started. I told you they would. 4:47. Australian time in the afternoon. This is about their time. Excuse me, girls. Yes, Mummy's calling you. Oh, monsters, monster mash. Go on, take your stuff and run out with her. Go on, gorgeous. Run out with her. Go and take care of the kid. Okay, so now, Kamala Harris. October. What sort of October is Kamala Harris going to have? Kamala Harris in October. What's going on in October for you, Kamala? What are we going to be seeing? What happened? Let me know. Show me what's going on with Kamala in October. Show me what's going on there. Okay. All right. Okay. Oh, yes. All right. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. Okay. Now, oh, very nice. Okay. All right. So we've got the Justice card, Three of Swords, the Hermit, Page of Pentacles, and this one here. Whoa, all this new growth. Okay, I'm going to read them, put them down and read them. Okay, the Justice card. Well, you know, it can be read in many, many different ways. But the interesting thing was when it came out and it was the first card out and it fell, it was, for me, it was this, you know, this balance. It was time for balance. So October is going to be a big leveling, a big balance, a big, you know, there's this thing going on, you know, justice prevails, when I guess that for a lot of people, including myself, it's like, God, you know, what's going on over there? Is there any justice in all of this? There is, because I'm going to read it as being, and Suits. I mean, this is about her, you know, the prosecutor. This is justice. This Three of Hearts is an interesting card when it's come out in this setting, because I feel that I'm getting overwhelmed. So I'm going to go with the fact that I'm feeling that Kamala Harris she's a very, very strong woman, and she's very clever, and she's very resourceful, and she's very tenacious. But there's some hurt going on around things. There's a hurt. I wonder it's something to do with Joe Biden. I'm not going to go there. I don't. There's just too much. It's overwhelming for me. But there's some hurt for her in October. Okay, this is the Pentacles card, and it's an energy card of this this economic. It's all about the economy of things. It's all about this. It was in the last reading in relation to him. It's all about, and it was her with the Pentacles. It's all about this resourcefulness, this tenaciousness, and this wanting to make sure that that Americans in America are better off than what they've been. She's got a bit of a burn for that. She really, really wants that to happen. Intuitively, she's working from her empathy, from her, she's working from her heart as well as her head. So that's a nice, you know, that's a nice thing. And I feel that there's also something coming up. I think there's something coming up in October around the whole election process and around the whole thing. There's something coming up in October. I'm getting the word expose. There's something that's going to be exposed around maybe the skullduggery, maybe all the, you know, crap that's been going on, things that were hidden. This is about, you know, something, you know, coming up. And there has been, and she's there to, big job, kids, big job. It's a big job for her. This card here, see this lovely card here with, you know, this wounded person here and all this new growth. It's a big job to heal the wounded, to heal what's been wounded, what has been broken to a certain extent and caused a lot of wounds. and there's a lot of it going on, and a lot of stuff we don't even know about, and it's a big job, and I feel that she's up for it. She's definitely up for it. It's a big bloody job. Okay, yes, all right. Yes, okay, there she is, the Empress. Lots of new ideas, lots of great stuff, lots of tenaciousness, lots of ability. October's going to be a huge, huge month for her. There's going to be, it's fantastic. She's going to have a great month. There is that other thing that I'm not sure what's going on there, but yeah. But she's going to have a great month. It's been, the hero's journey. She's going to make all of this, take place. Here's the Chariot card, the Ace of Cups, the Empress. Great cards, wonderful cards. October's going to be very, very beneficial for her in moving forward into election time, because she's just hitting her straps now, albeit, late, but she's hitting her straps, and she's now, unveiling her plans. She's showing more of her true self, more of who she really is. She's bringing opportunity to people. She wants to bring opportunity to people. She's bringing it with the right attitude and a good heart, and she's, this is the hero's journey for her. Good reading for her. Good for her. But she's going to have to be. Yes, she's tough, and she's going to have to be tough this coming month, because he's going to run rampant this month coming up. He's run out of time. He had relied on all this to keep him out of jail and keep him from, the justice that he so deserves, that he hasn't gotten so far. So definitely, absolutely. So I hope you got something out of that. But I always like to go back to you and I. I like to go back to you and your life and what this means to you. And I think that out with the old and in with the new is a good thing. Look at your own life and see where that applies to you personally in your own life. Because what goes on there in that macro, level, often goes on in the micro level for us. So I want you to be looking at your own life and going, as I'm doing, and as lots of people are doing. Look at your own life and look at where does all that apply to you? How are you going with that? How are you doing with that? Look at your own life and go, what am I learning? Because all of this melting pot is about what we're learning. What are we learning? What are we seeing? How do we take it and apply it to our own lives? And is there an opportunity here? Opportunity, because it's the opportunity economy that's we're all entering into, because this is the age of Aquarius. This is this big movement that has been taking place in the heavens, and all of these stars and all this stuff that's been going on is taking us forward into bigger and better things for ourselves, and see the whole thing, the Middle East, the Ukraine Russian thing, America and all the stuff that's been going on there. See it as being like a giant hand has reached in and is cleaning out the cupboard of all the dust and the last bit of crap. And I think that is what's going on here, and making sure we all stay connected, we all stay together, we all stop and give a hand up to someone and make sure that we're all moving forward together. It's not each man for himself, or man or woman, you know what I'm saying, mankind. It's not it's not, you know, just for ourselves, it's for us collectively. And make sure that you know, look around you and see who you can lift up and who you can help move forward as well. Mwah. Love you all, care about you. Really, really, you're in my heart. Tim, once again, thank you, darling, to you and Alfie. You're darlings, and I love you all. Mwah. So very, very much. And I'll see you next week on Wednesdays with Wallis. Mwah.